be done. Speaker, sir, now I will also want to explain, Speaker, sir, why this whole attention that the opposition parties and a few regional parties in the south, led by the DMK, why are they doing so much noise? And why the tears that they are shedding is nothing but crocodile tears. Yes. Speaker, sir, I thank heavens that in 2026, when the country is doing delimitation, Narendra Modi ji is in power and Bharatiya Janata Party led government will do the delimitation. Because if you remember, the way the Congress party, the UPA, divided the two undivided Andhra Pradesh into AP and Telangana, it was done in the partition of AP and Telangana was done in a worse fashion than the British did the partition of India and Pakistan. This is the kind of legacy they have, Adhyakshi. Adhyakshi, I want to conclude by bringing to your notice only one important aspect. In the last 10 years of the Narendra Modi government, the south of India has enjoyed great support, encouragement for the developmental ambitions of the south. Speaker, sir, on a conservative estimate, if you compare the devolution of funds from the center to the South Indian states in the last 10 years and contrast it to the 10 years of the UPA, on an average, every single South Indian state has got not less than 250% more funds by the Narendra Modi government. The Narendra Modi government has also increased the budget for railway lines. The number of railway electrification that has taken place in the last 10 years under the Modi government in the southern states is unprecedented. Budget पे नहीं है, मैं आपको ये इतना प्यार आ रहा है ना आप लोगों को, समाजवादियों को दक्षिण भारत के बारे में, इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ सर, रेलवे बजट की बात देखिए आप, आंध्र प्रदेश में 2009 एंड 2014 के बीच में, स्पीकर सर, 886 crores was what they got. Narendra Modi government has given 10,000 crores. This is just one incident. Number of metros to the southern states has increased, electrification has increased, number of rails has increased, number of airports has increased, the total devolution of funds to the South Indian states has increased. Most importantly, Speaker sir, we have not only given the southern states more money, more rail, more infrastructure, but most importantly, for the first time in the country's history, more than 25 national institutions today allow for regional language examination. If I want to apply for CRPF, I can do it in writing examination in Kannada, in Telugu, which was not the case when the Congress party was ruling. We have respected language, we have provided more development, and today Narendra Modi is also providing more seats and more proportion allotment to the southern Indian states by protecting the South's voice in the total parliament, the floor of the House. Speaker sir, I want to conclude by one last point that needs to be addressed. Speaker sir, the argument that has been repeatedly made is that the argument that is repeatedly made is that the Narendra Modi government is bringing in this proposal to somehow create a disadvantage for the southern Indian states. Nothing at all, Speaker sir, can be farther more than truth than this particular assertion. Speaker sir, I want to say that we come from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party sanskar, our culture, is not to see this nation as tukde tukde. The culture of this party is not to side with those who chant the slogan of Bharat ke tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. This is not the culture of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The culture of the Bharatiya Janata Party is the culture of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Speaker sir, is The culture of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Speaker sir, is Himalayat Samarabhya Yavat Indu Sarovaram Tam Deva Nirmitam Desham Hindustanam Prachakshate. Jo desh ऊपर हिमालय से नीचे भारत के इंदु सरोवर तक है, वो पूरा देश जो अखंड है, अविच्छिन्न है, वो भारत है. दिस इज द कमिटमेंट ऑफ भारतीय जनता पार्टी. वो कन्याकुमारी हो, वो कश्मीर हो, वो कच्छ हो या कामाख्या हो, वी विल सपोर्ट फॉर द इंटीग्रिटी, sovereignty, unity of this country, because that is not only a constitutional mandate, but most importantly, the Bharatiya Janata Party's Karyakarta believes that it is our civilizational duty to protect this country. This is what differentiates us from the parties like the Congress that sides with tukde parties, and like the DMK which speaks the language of separatism. We abhor your politics, we reject your politics. In conclusion, I want to say, if the UPA and the opposition today, Speaker sir, is going to vote against these most practical, most constitutional, most inclusive proposition, then for years to come, the history of the country will remember the opposition and all of you sitting here as not only opposition to the women of the country, but also to the interests of the southern Indian states of the country. I want to emphatically say again, if you will reject this, if you will vote against this, the people of this country, the women of this country will never forgive you. The people in the south of India will never forgive you, because your politics is not a politics of inclusion, your politics is a politics of anarchy. I really hope that you will honestly examine the merit of this proposition and also honestly examine the hollowness of your own arguments and finally vote in support of this historic bill. I once again thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not only giving voice finally after 40 years to the women of this country, but most importantly for protecting the interests of all southern states and all important small states of the country. Thank you, Prime Minister sir. Thank you for what you have offered to the South. This is the best deal ever possible. Thank you, Speaker sir.
Shri Akhilesh Yadav.
Assurance was given by the chairman that I will be permitted to react. Sir, I may be permitted. Sir, Tejasvi Surya, honorable member, made a clear allegation that DMK stands for separatism of the country. Sir, in 1971, when Pakistan launched a war, we gave 6 crore, which was not matched by any other state, to maintain this nationalism of the country. In 1999, when Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, Tamil Nadu government, led by Dr. Kalangir Karunanidhi, gave 100 crores for the Kargil war. He should not teach nationalism for us. We are for the nationalism. The only thing is, you want to keep separate identity when you are imposing Hindi, when you are imposing Sanskrit. When you are not giving due respect for state autonomy. That's all. Correct your record.
Shri
Speaker sir, 2 days ago, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, MK Stalin, has put out a video. In that he has said that if the central government is not going to take the bills back, then we will remind them of 1950s and 1960s. What does he mean by that? 1950s and 1960s.
Akhilesh Yadav ji. Akhilesh Yadav ji.